This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
Harrison might not want to get up for this one, but still not giving up. Water wheel, not all of it, but still got it.
Damn Japanese pro wrestling show, period. I am your host, Kaz and this is Taking It All to Japan. We are deep in tournament season, and we'll be talking plenty of G1, some 5-Star Grand Prix, a few news stories, and some of the biggest non-tournament matches of the last week or so. And with me to do all that, he is the Agamemnon to my Menelaus. It's Nick Marsico.
I'm just a little bit upset that you call this the best damn wrestling podcast, period. Do you think I'm Tom Arnold?
No, I was going to make you, I don't know, you can be Chris Rose. That's fine.
Okay, I can be Chris Rose. That's cool with me. So which one is Tom Arnold, though? Is it, it's Will, isn't it? Will's Tom Arnold, isn't he?
Yes.
I'm okay with that. I'm very, man, I used to love that
He'll be
show.
so mad when he hears this.
I used to love that show. I watched, it was that, because it was when TNA was on Fox Sports. And so I would watch that, and and they were on the show all the time. They did like a special like TNA show, I think a couple times. So yeah, that was fun. That was good stuff.
Who was the other guy on that? It was Chris Rose, Tom Arnold, and
let's see, best damn sports show.
I mean that's like heyday of like sports talk shows for me.
Yeah, that was. They had PTI back then. What else was on?
Back when it was Cold Pizza.
Cold Pizza, I fucking loved Cold Pizza,
and
there was a third one too, on ESPN. Pardon the interruption. Cold Pizza, which of course was a morning show. And what was the third one? 'Cause I think they're still on.
I mean, I'm trying to think. I
think it was just those two guys yelling at each other.
One, and I'm blanking on it. What was the show that Cowherd and Michelle Beadle did?
Oh God, I don't even know.
It was that one. They changed hosts a few times. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, that was like the heyday. And then Levitard's show.
Yeah. That was that. That's yeah.
Oh God, why can't I remember the name of that? Because I loved it. Poppy was the best.
It was John Sally was the third, by the way.
John Sally, that's right.
That's who it was. Let me see.
So beer up Sean Sally. There we go. We're good.
There, it works perfectly. Hey, well, you said that, not me. Why would you say that? What's the point?
Because
I don't understand why you'd say that.
He's tall and a good athlete, and we like him.
That's not that much better.
Anyway, yeah. So it's just me and Nick this week for now. We think potentially Will and B-Rob might show up. Maybe not. Probably not. I would bet not. So we're probably running a 2-man show this week, but that's fine. We can do that. I'm sure it'll be
Around the Horn. I'm thinking about Around the Horn.
Around the Horn.
That was the show. I fucking loved that show with fucking Tony Reale.
Yes,
that was good shit. Anyway,
yeah, they only ended that a couple years ago.
Let me see. Around the Horn just ended last year. Apparently, too fucking new.
Last year, okay, yeah.
Max Kellerman. Yeah, it was Max Kellerman.
Yep.
Yeah, it was last year. And fucking pardon the eruption. I thought a feeling that's still on. Isn't that Stephen A. Smith just yelling and screaming all day long? Pardon the interruption.
So. Yeah, I don't watch
it's
that.
Still on. Holy
it's
shit.
Interesting. I it's like similar to, I was kind of thinking about this the other day with there have been a lot of people talking about a lot of things in wrestling that they don't seem to like lately. And I just can't imagine spending that much time talking about something I actively hate.
No, that's why I stopped watching all that stuff too. I can't watch. I like, if I was on the other pod, for example, I wouldn't really be able to do much because I don't watch any of this stuff that I don't like. Like I can't. In the past, I used to. It was partial hate watch and partial just that's what I knew, so I watched it. But like, I can't imagine just sitting there and watching something that doesn't make me happy. Number one, I'm too fucking old for that.
Yeah.
But like, if it doesn't make me happy, I'm not gonna fucking bother. Like, I'll maybe I'll watch a Sonata match. Okay, that's as far as I'll go as far as stuff that makes me unhappy, which we're gonna talk about because he had a really good one this week.
He did. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I got into New Japan, because I was like, I stopped caring about WWE, and it was actively just not fun to watch.
Nope.
But I mean, that's the reason that this show even exists, is because WWE got so uninteresting that I was like, I don't enjoy doing this and watching it every week. Like, basically, I was only even partially watching it just because of RBR was still around, honestly.
And see, because what I was doing is, so I stopped watching like officially in like 2018 or so, WWE. But so I started back in probably 2014, I want to say. They had Raw and SmackDown were both on Hulu, like the truncated versions, the shorter versions.
Yeah.
So that's how I'd watch it. Like, I wasn't watching it live anymore. I got rid of TV in like 2014 anyway, but I wasn't watching live, so I was watching like the shorter versions on Hulu. And then, you know, I was watching bits and pieces here and there. I wasn't really watching a lot of full shows. And then 205 Live came along, so I watched 205 Live almost exclusively, and then like bits and pieces of Raw and SmackDown. Except for SmackDown Live was good in 2016 when they did the brand split. That was good. That was good stuff. Raw sucked though. And then by like 2017, I had started watching New Japan, and I'm like, wow, there's a big cutoff in how good these two different things are.
Yeah, there's a whole different world out there of good stuff.
And because I had watched like Japanese, like I knew of Misawa and Kawada, I saw Misawa fucking live in 2009, you know, so it's not like I didn't know these people. Because I was a big Ring of Honor guy. Like, Ring of Honor, that's the TV show that I watched the most back when they were doing TV on Sinclair. That's what I watched the most back at that point.
Yeah. No, that's about when I stopped watching too. Is about 18.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah. Like, in fact, I can tell you the exact moment that I was like, "Oh, this just isn't what I want anymore." It was the gender title win.
See,
I was like, and I know, it's not...
May of 2017. I don't hate it. I didn't hate it. We can go on about it, but it was 5 months of okay matches. They were okay, and he was a decent talker. And he had a great intro. He had a great entrance. His entrance was fucking great.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you, it was something Will Washington said on RBR one time. Like, I think because he kind of abandoned WWE stuff at a certain point, which is why he works where he does now. But he was like, it's sometimes things end up not being for you, and that's okay. And I was like, yeah, it's just not for me anymore. There are people that like it. There are people that don't like it. I don't need it. And I was kind of almost out on wrestling completely. I think I've told this story before, but it was about the time. It was a little after the Ospreay Ricochet thing went viral, and I was like,
2016.
I should probably just check that out for the hell of it before I'm just completely out. And then it was Best of Super Juniors 2018, I think, if I remember correctly. I think it was 18.
For what?
That was the first time I watched New Japan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is so much better than what I've been watching.
It's like, this is just everything I've always been looking for, is that. Yeah, because my first, I think a lot of people started with like the Ricochet and Ospreay clip that everybody saw, and then a lot of people with Wrestle Kingdom 11, you know, with Omega and Okada. And I remember it was in February of 2017. My wife was doing, she was, what was it? You're a coordinator for volunteers, right?
Yes, for a production company.
Yeah, so she was working for, she was a volunteer coordinator for a production company. And so she was gone on a Saturday afternoon. And so I actually, and I was busy with the friggin' little one was a madman at that point, a mad woman at that point, mad girl. And so I literally had my phone and I was carrying my phone around the house with Wrestle Kingdom 11 and just wandered around watching the show all day. And I'm like, oh shit, this is something I want to continue watching and I want to watch more of. And then I dropped off because I was busy as fuck. And that the little one was 4, so you know, I was busy. But then we came up to New Jersey because I was living in Florida. We came up to New Jersey for vacation. Vacation. We left the kids here for a week and a half. It was great. And on my G1 tradition for a couple of years was watch it on the flight, because I watched because the G1 2017 was 27 was the first one I ever watched, and I watched it on the flight here and back to Jersey and back to Florida, and I was just hooked. Like, that was it for me. And so I watched the G1 that year. I watched like a match or two in Tag League, but then starting with Wrestle Kingdom 12, I think I've told you guys this, I watched literally in 2018, I watched every single New Japan match that was aired. Like, there's not a match that went up on World in 2018 that I didn't watch in full, just all the way through. And it was a lot of 2019
I saw every Chase Owens match in 2018.
I saw every one of them, and I did not hate them. I was a big Chase guy for a while there.
Listen, so was I. I have a Chase Owens shirt, and
really?
It'll never come out. It will never come out of that closet.
Oh, why not?
No, that's actually not true. I think I donated it, actually. I think it's in a Goodwill somewhere.
It's in a Goodwill, and it's never coming out.
Nope.
It'll be there forever.
That and my Marty Skrull shirts. I got two Marty Skrull shirts. I got the black one and the special edition purple one.
See, I never ended up buying one of those. I guess I'm lucky. I never ended up getting one of those.
I have a history of buying things that end up going into the donation pile for one reason or another.
Oh well.
It just popped in my head. I remember the other wrestling clip that went viral around that same time as Ospreay and Ricochet was the Osirian portal.
Where he
has everybody start dancing in the
ring,
yeah. Like, those are like the two wrestling clips that went viral everywhere that summer.
I got chased by Obsidian one time in maybe 2010.
What is that?
Well, because the wrestler Obsidian, who the snake mask, that guy.
Yes. He
chased me around the building for like
why
5 minutes. Just I know it was like a fan thing that was going on. I know it was actually during intermission of a show, and he was just kind of wandering around. And he was kind of like scaring people, and I can't remember exactly what led to him actually following me around the building, but I did something, or I said something, and what it was is I said I can see through your mask, because he had like a full face mask, but it was like one of the mesh ones, so you could sort of see through it. And I said, I see your face through your mask. He hissed and chased me. That was good times. That was good fun.
I'm fast, like, especially I put on, I think, all of these masks that I have here. The couple that have like the mesh on the eyes, I don't understand how you can wrestle in them. Like,
I can wrestle in a mask in general, and his was one of those like, every single bit's covered of it, like kind of like it looks like Teton's mask when he comes out, his over masks.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of those. Like, how could you wrestle in something like that? I think the Fraxium, A-Kid, he's under a mask now, right?
Yes.
Him, whatever his name is. Like, no.
Yeah,
what is he?
I can barely see out of that. Who was A-Kid?
Yeah.
Wait,
am I thinking right?
Axiom.
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 Yeah. It's like his mask. Yeah, I couldn't wrestle in that kind of. I couldn't walk around in that kind of thing.
Not like that Liger mask. I can't see for shit out of it. I don't understand how he.
Do you think any masked wrestlers in America were pissed off during COVID with the restrictions? Do you think any of them hated having to wear masks everywhere?
It was probably fine in Mexico. They were like, we just wear them all the time anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of my intro, I made an Odyssey reference. Did you see the Odyssey like everybody else?
I have not seen the Odyssey. I'll see it when it comes on digital somewhere.
Can I tell you that I might recommend not waiting to digital?
Really, checking in the theater?
It looks so good on a big screen.
That's fair. I will say, because what did I see in the theater recently? I saw Project Hail Mary, but I think for me it wouldn't matter because the theater I went to was the old. Will would probably know the theater, the old ass fucking theater, like hasn't been updated in 25 years kind of deal. So you couldn't. It's a big screen, but not like a great screen. And the last time I went to a theater I saw that Backrooms movie I told you about. I saw that one in a good theater. And my daughter is obsessed with the K-pop these days. And so the band Stray Kids had a big, like world tour. And we watched it in IMAX. Holy shit, it was awesome. But yeah, maybe want to go see the Odyssey in the theater?
Everyone's talking about it.
She said everybody's talking about it. Maybe we're going to do it. Well, I'll report back.
It is legitimately, I think, one of the best movies I've seen in the last decade. So, yeah.
Apparently it's woke, so I'm looking forward to it.
It's not. But, yeah, speaking of other news, let's do a little wrestling news.
Yeah, and I got questions. Let's talk.
First thing, let's talk 5-star first, real quick.
Yes, let's do.
So, the big news from before the tournament started was that Bea Priestley was injured and had to pull out of the 5-star. And she was replaced by AEW's Julia Hart, who made the trip along with Tekla and Sky Blue. And they won the Artist of Stardom titles on night. That was night one. Right?
That was night one. It was the semi-main of night one. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tekla, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart are the trios tag champs right now.
Yes, the 6-woman tag champs. I'm assuming they're going to have the belts on Wednesday when they come out. Because they're all back in the States.
Are they all back already? Okay.
Yeah, they're already back. Yeah, Tekla's got something she's going to talk about, and then the other Sky Blue might be just doing nothing. I have no idea. And then Julia's got a match.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they're the Artists of Stardom champions, which was I thought I have seen better trios matches in Stardom, but I thought it was fine.
I didn't actually see that one. I see that's one of the matches I missed from night one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of night one was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the main event, Shuri and Natsupoi.
Oh, Shuri and Natsupoi, that was such a good match.
It was very good. I think the best match, bar one, I think my top 5 matches this week were Joshi. It was a very good week. But yeah, Shuri defended the IWGP Women's Championship.
I think my match of the night on night one, just real quick, was Mei Sarah and Rina Yamashita. That match was fucking great.
Rina's pulling some stuff out.
Dude,
in this
all three matches so far. She's MVP already.
It's not something I expected. Like, I expected her to do okay, but I didn't expect. Let's just throw out bangers.
Yep, just completely.
Like she's usually not. She's usually a little more of a rougher style that doesn't cater to that, but she's bringing it. Because I'm trying to think. She is it Utami's next, right?
No, she had no Utami. Utami was night 2.
Is it night 2?
Yeah, that was the draw.
Oh, that's right. That's
the
right.
Utami
Yes,
draw.
You're right. Yeah. So I meant to bring up the results, but I didn't pull them up here. But yeah, so far, like, I think everybody, like, Rina's been great. All 3 of the sisters, Rina, Hina, and Hanako, have been killer.
Yeah, Hanako looked really good against.
I have Hanako winning the fight.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm thinking they might do something a little different.
Yeah, that'd be unexpected. It's just she's good. She's still kind of green, but she's a lot better than she was when I saw her in Ring of Honor, like a year and a half ago, whenever she was there. And she's humongous, which is like 5'11".
Yeah, she got tall because when I started watching Stardom, it was like 21 maybe, I think it was.
Sounds
and
about right.
I kind of went back into the archives and like watched most of like the big matches from like 2015 on, and I like a few times the three of them started when they were like 14.
Yeah, they're what? They're 21, 19. Was it 21 or 19 now?
Yeah, so I've basically seen them grow up in the ring, and it's very strange because they were just children when I started watching them, and now they're just tremendous. But yeah, so her, yeah, I don't think there's been a bad match in the tournament so far. Honestly.
Not that I've seen so far, not yet at least. Because I got. Let me see. I wrote down. Cause here's the funny thing is last night because I watched, like I said, I watched bits and pieces of night 1 and night 2, and then last night I started night 3, and then I watched all the rest of night 3 tonight. So I watched every single match of that one. But I was watching night 2 and 3, and I started writing a list of, okay, these are the ones I want to watch through the tournament. Like these are the girls I want to pay attention to. So if I see one of theirs, if I'm going to skip around, I want to see one of their matches. So okay, good, they're on my list. I started listing every single girl and every single match. I'm like, maybe I'll just start watching the tournament.
Yeah.
So like, I want to see every one of them.
The nice thing about the 5-star is that they're not like all 20-minute matches.
And
you'll get some matches that are, you'll get some sub 10 matches and they're still really good.
Yeah, it's like the Super Junior. That's my favorite thing about the best of the Super Junior is that matches go anywhere from 1 minute to 25, but they're mostly between 5 and 12 minutes. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. That's what most of these have been so far. Like they're the one 15-minute draw, and I think I think there's one other one that was like 14 minutes long. But yeah, most of them have been in the shorter range. Suzuki, I think.
Yes.
I think she's my girl right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's gotten way better than I expected her to.
Yeah, she murdered because she had Hina on night 2, and that was a fucking match.
Yeah, Stardom is really, especially since Rossi left, they put so much into the in-ring portion of the product, and like everybody stepped up.
Everybody's like, let's see. I'll say something. So let's see. As of these shows, I'm in love with Hina. She's amazing. Mm-hmm. Suzu is amazing. Sayaka Kurara, amazing. Azusa Inaba, holy shit, fantastic. Yes. Yamashita, we already knew Yamashita, and Hayashishida. I already knew them from the past. Mei Sarah, fantastic. And of course, Azumi, and Micah. I was telling my wife, like, there's levels to this, right? And you watch like an Azumi match, and like, okay, you can understand why she's so fucking popular because there's levels, and she's on a whole different one.
She was under the Io Sky learning tree. That's where she started. So,
that makes not sense. Yeah, because
yes.
But I wanted to ask. So I know, because it was Shuri versus Natsupoi for the belt on night 1 for the IWGP belt night 1. So I know B's out because she was hurt. Is Bozilla injured or is she just not in the tournament?
As far as we know, she's still on the.
She's still hurt. And then why wouldn't she be in the tournament?
Shuri Hazuki and a couple others are doing U.S. tours right now.
Okay, so they're not going to be around.
Yeah, they're because Hazuki's going to be actually here in Houston this coming weekend.
Yeah, that was another name. I was like, why aren't these girls on the card? So okay, that makes sense. They're not going to be there.
Hazuki's going to be here this weekend, and then Shuri's going to be here the next weekend. Which I'm probably going to go to that.
Awesome.
I'm hoping to at least. They're doing U.S. tours. I think because it's one of the things where they're kind of, especially Shuri and Hazuki, they're two of the big names, and I guess you kind of don't want to have them get beat a lot in the tournament also.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Not they're not doing that with, you've got the champions in the tournament and stuff too, but they've also been doing a lot of international stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Shuri's IWGP champ, so, there's stuff there. But yeah, so I think there's 4 of them that are doing tours right now, so they're just kind of kept out of it. Because otherwise, you have Shuri, it's going to be Shuri in the finals because it's Shuri.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Makes enough sense to me. And actually, I had never actually seen a full Natsupoi match before. And so having Shuri be the first one, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I understand. So she hit a Made in Japan better than any I've ever seen Shingo hit too in that match. It was a really fucking good Made in, Made in Japoi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it turns out Shingo's been showing her how to do the move, and she does it better than him now.
Really, really, really does. Oh, it was awesome.
Oh, there's some Nazi Boy matches I need to put you onto then, because she's very
Please
good.
do. Please do. And she just turned
30.
31. They had a little celebration for her on night 2.
Mm-hmm. There's a cage match that I love that she was a part
Ooh.
of. It's excellent.
And you send me a list, and I will.
I will, definitely. Speaking of, shout out to listener Austin, who hooked us up for night 1.
Yes, thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
Yes. So, yeah, I wanted to make sure we got some 5-star talk for him in there.
Yes, you can tell how excited I am. I'm in love with it.
Yes. Some other Joshi news is interesting. Pro Wrestling Eve's Sapphire Reed and Anita Vaughn, known as the Tag Team Hyperactive, have announced they are officially joining the Sendai Girls roster full-time and have set their sights on the tag titles. Sendai Girls is also killing it. And we'll go and talk
was
about
that one
now.
match I just watched, right?
And you watched it. Yeah, I know you watched it. Venny and Chihiro Hashimoto just had a killer match.
Yes, they did. Hashimoto was
the,
so tiny, but also so huge.
Yeah, it is probably. It's in my top 5. I don't know where it is in the top 5 right now, but it's one of my top 5 matches of the year.
It was a strong match. Yeah, because Venny, and I hadn't seen. It's been a long time since I've seen any of Venny matches, like years. And she was just mean and awful and just such a fucking asshole the entire match. And because when you're not super familiar, because I wasn't like super duper familiar with what's going on now by any means, you know, when Hashimoto comes out, she's short, but she's, you know, just as wide as she is tall. And she, like, you expect her with the big jacket and the demeanor to be like the mean fucking bruiser heel. And then, you know, you see Venny with, you know, she's got the skirt. It's all black, like dominatrix crap. But, like, looks like she's going to be the one, her hair is all pretty, that gets her ass kicked. And then within the first, like, minute, I'm like, oh, no, it's going to be the opposite of that. All right. And I was thinking about this, too, that's what some people who don't understand wrestling, and I'm talking about fans, not, like, general people off the street, don't understand. When it's done well, you can figure out what's going on within the first couple of seconds of a goddamn match. You know, I did not know the heel face alignment, what these people, how they wrestled, by any means. Like, I literally thought it was the exact opposite. I thought that Venny was going to get beat up, and I thought that Hashimoto was going to be doing some ass kicking, like in dominating everything. But no, the exact opposite. And they let me know that right away. You know, I didn't have to know the language. I didn't have to know the story. I didn't have to know anything. And that's I loved it. It was great. And Hashimoto got dog walked for most of that match.
Oh yeah. Venny was just kicking the shit out of her and dropping her on her head,
laughing at her, making fun of her. It was awesome. And then near the end there, and it's one of those things too where they did it so great is immediately I'm on Team Venny. I want her to win this match. I want her to take the belt and do her thing. But then that final stretch, I'm like, oh my God, if Hashimoto loses, I'm going to be upset because that final stretch was so good.
Yeah, there's I don't think it was earlier this year or the end of last year. Venny had a match with Sari that was really good too. That I think you'd like a lot.
That doesn't surprise me. It's got the name Sari.
Yeah, anything Sari is always good. Let's see here. TJPW also in the news. They've announced that they are returning to the U.S. after a successful tour here in Texas. They are returning to Texas, specifically to Dallas and Houston, December 4th and 5th, for another quick jaunt to the U.S., which
little holiday
I'm very
shows.
excited about.
Yeah, some holiday action.
Yeah, the Houston show is literally 5 minutes from my house. So
nice.
They're
gonna have some dancing, some Christmas dancing that's gonna confuse the hell out of B-Rob. That's what's gonna happen there.
It's here's the funny thing. I thought it was in the indoor place that New Texas Pro and DPW would run. It's actually right next door. It's not even in the main arena. It's in the rodeo arena. So it's actually on the rodeo ground.
That's fantastic.
Which I have been a number of times. I think the last time I was there, it's been a while because they do a festival every year that I don't ever go to because there's way too many damn people. But I think the last time I was there, I saw Ted Nugent.
Ah, all right.
Which was actually a very good show, even though he is a
out of his mind, we'll just say. We won't go any further. We'll leave it there.
Yeah, but he did put on a good show. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. I have never seen a wrestling show on a rodeo ground before. That'll be interesting. So I'm glad they're coming back for a second run already. Because the last one, I think they sold out all 3 or 4 shows that they did.
Yeah, you guys were talking about that, yeah.
So I think myself, B-Rob, and Noah will probably be hitting that again this time.
Nice.
See, other news. One last little piece of Joshi news. Rev Pro announced that Jungle Kiona will be joining the field for their Women's Grand Prix events on July 25th, which is just in a few days now.
Yes, it is.
I'm very excited about this because Jungle Kiona is one of my all-time favorites. She was a Stardom original back from when I was first starting to watch. She has a match with Momo Watanabe that I still think is one of my top 10 matches ever.
Yeah, Momo is kicking ass so far in this tournament too.
Mm-hmm.
To go back to that,
I'd recommend that match. I actually showed it a couple of years ago because we haven't done any of these in a while. For a while we were doing some watch along stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I put together a few Joshi matches, and that was one of them. So a few people watched that with me. So that was a lot of fun. We should do some more of that sometime.
I'd be okay with it. I'd be up for it.
Yeah, I think there would be some people who would be like, "Yeah, let's check that out," and get hooked the way you have, and I know Austin has, and a few other people.
Because like I said, because I've watched some Stardom before, and I've watched Joshi. Like I've watched plenty of stuff, but I don't know what it specifically was. I think part of it is because night one was fine, but like the atmosphere was off because it was just whatever. But these smaller shows, like I remember, because a few years ago, like WrestleMania weekend, I think it was when they were in Philly. So I guess 2 years ago. I turned on, the GCW show, and I'm like, this is what wrestling is supposed to look like. It's a giant, like a giant quote unquote crowd for the building they're in, like 900 people, and they're all crazy. They all want to be there, and that's what night 2 and 3 for Stardom was so far. Mm-hmm. It's a small building with people packed in as tight as you can get them, and they're going nuts. And that's what wrestling is to me. That's why I got into Ring of Honor. A small building with a lot of people in there, 300 people some of those nights, most of those nights, but they all really want to be there. They're all 100% into it. And that's part of why I got drawn in so hard last night to night 2 and 3, because that's exactly what it was. And then, add the really great wrestling on top of it, and I'm hooked. So,
yeah, I'm trying to think. I haven't looked at what all buildings are running for the show. I'm hoping at least 1 or 2 of them are at KBS Hall. That's my favorite venue that they run. It's the one with the stained glass.
They did a Super Junior show this year too.
Yeah.
By the way, I've got Momo Watanabe and Jungle Kiona on my phone ready to go for later.
Nice.
So it's all ready to go.
Let's see. That's it for Joshi. We have some Pro Wrestling Noah news. They've announced a new championship, the GHC 200 title, which it will feature matches that last 200 that have a 200-second time limit. What? Which
it's
quote,
the speed title.
Yes, it is. Quote, promoting high-paced action, and there will be a 2-night tournament to crown the first champion at Korakuen Hall August 9th and 10th. Yeah,
so Shawn Michaels is booking Noah.
They obviously were like, hey, the speed belt is a thing that happened. Let's take that idea and do it, but in our world.
But yeah, but do it, but in Japan, really. Yeah. That's it. But apparently it's been pretty good, though. Apparently, though, because they upped it to, I think it was 3 minutes, now it's 5 minutes, I think, the speed belt. And I've been hearing good things. People seem to be into it.
Is the speed belt still a thing?
Yeah, it's the NXT speed title, the men's and women's. They both, I think there was the women's title changed recently, and people seem to be into it. So, but that is it. I knew it wasn't
on X anymore. So
yeah, no, that's been gone. But it's an NXT belt now. But I will say though, I'm disappointed when you said that. I saw the 200 belt. I'm like, oh, maybe it's humongous people. Maybe it's people who are 200 kilograms and higher. It's the super duper duper heavyweight.
Yeah,
biggest people in the world. It's the fucking sumo belt.
Yeah, 200 seconds.
That would have been great.
Let's see. Speaking of Shingo, so we did a little bit ago. Shingo will be returning home for the first time since he came to New Japan. Shingo is going back to Dragon Gate. September 6th on Yamato's 20th
Oh,
anniversary show.
for Yamato. Okay, that makes sense.
So that'll be very interesting because he has not been back since the day he left.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
No, he hadn't.
I would have sworn he would have been back for like a celebration of something. I guess this is the first big celebration they've had.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's what?
So, yeah.
How many years? 8 years?
It's getting close to that because it was
2019 or 2018.
I think it was. I want to say 19. So it's been like 7, almost 8 years. Yeah.
Damn.
Which is wild for a guy who basically was the face of that company for a long time.
I first saw Shingo and met in person in 2006 in Ring of Honor.
Wearing the singlet.
You still wearing the singlet? Yep. Back in he didn't he win the tag belts in England? I want to say
sounds right.
With Naruki Doi, maybe.
That would make sense.
I think he's having some sort of a special match at some point soon. Anniversary match, Naruki Doi.
I mean, all of those guys got to be coming up on 20 pretty quick.
Yeah, I saw Yamato live also. As a matter, I'm sorry, I saw him live too. Dragon Gate USA in Philly, in 2010.
They need to run another Dragon Gate USA show. That's some of that. Speaking of which, I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but apparently KZ won the Dream Gate belt. Finally.
Really?
And apparently it's one of the best matches of the year. And I'm going to figure out a way to watch that because I really want to see that. Apparently,
I think KZ was at
I think Dragon Gate's been having a pretty solid couple months. So
people haven't been talking about him as much this year.
No, I've heard like the last few weeks people have been saying, "Oh, you got to watch this match and this match." And I'm like, well, I haven't dropped into Dragon Gate in a while, so I think I'm gonna try and do that and see what they've got going.
Yeah, because I think KZ was at some of the WrestleMania weekend shows this year, along with what the hell's his name from the Super Juniors.
Shit.
With his Jaguar or whatever. That was his name.
Yes.
Hyo.
Hyo.
Yeah, Hyo.
Yeah, Hyo. Yeah.
Yeah, they were there. So yeah, that was cool.
See, our final piece of news: Hiroyoshi Tenzan has announced he is retiring, and his final match will be against his longtime partner Satoshi Kojima, August 15th in a 5-minute exhibition.
I dig the 5-minute match idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's been time. It's been time for about 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, especially now that he. Do you think he comes out in gear?
Oh yeah. Oh, he's gonna do the whole thing.
I just we haven't seen him without a shirt since he got skinny.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, maybe he's been working on it. But no, you're right. He looks good for as good as he can be. I think.
Mm-hmm. I think I don't remember what he said. Like he's got something where it's like got some sort of stomach issue or something. I think.
No, he'll wear almost full gear then.
Yeah, he'll do this Sting where it's at the bottoms of the t-shirt.
Yeah, that'll work. But yeah, no, and Tenzan was one of those guys who early on. I mean, because Tenkozy, that was a team that I knew since 2002. Like I knew they existed. And Tenzan, like I knew because he had done a couple of things in WCW back when Nagata was doing it, like '95. I had seen a few of his things over the years too, and I've always loved Tenzan.
He was an NWO Japan guy.
Yes, he was. The Mongolian chops. I will say his last great match, and people will disagree, but his last great match was in February in 2021 with Great Okan. Or 22, I think it might have been. But the match with Great Okan where he stole the Mongolian chops. That was like Tenzan's last. I think actually might have been his last singles match. Now that I think about it,
that would not surprise me.
But that was his last great match. I fucking love that match. So I look forward to. Yeah.
So he's retiring. Tiger Mask is retired. Hanma's retiring. I think we went over this a couple weeks ago. But I mean, basically, all the dads besides Kojima and Nagata are gone.
Yeah, and Nagata's never leaving. So.
Yeah, no, Nagata he'll be the next Fujinami, where he's just wrestling when he's 80.
He said he plans to wrestle until 90, I think. So
yeah,
he'll get there. He'll make it.
Which that's fine. There's a place for that, you know.
Absolutely.
but yeah, so that'll be the end of Tenzan's in-ring career. That multi-time champion. A lot of like, it's weird like that, like mid 2000s era when like all those guys were kind of at their peak, kind of gets overlooked a little bit.
Oh yeah, he does
because it was kind of the doldrums of New Japan, but there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah, like me, most people know him from his team with Kojima, especially because at that point, because he was overshadowed by a lot of those guys.
Especially like the Chonos and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that's all we've got for the news. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're talking G1.
Yes.
And we are back, and let's talk a little bit of G1. I have been really enjoying this tournament.
I'm going to say something controversial.
Interesting.
I am on the Jake Lee train.
Yes.
I am on the Jake Lee train.
Oh no. What convinced you? What, Nick, was it the blackface?
Well, no, actually, that's exactly what it was, and that's why I'm glad that we're alone today. No, so here's the thing, and I've said it on the show before, right? So I get what he's trying to do. I get the character, and I like the character work, and he's actually in the last last month or two, he's kind of pulled it all together and figured out what he's trying to do, like what his goal is now. And like I never had a problem with the character work. I never had a problem with him being goofy and silly in the ring. Problem was his matches were trash. They were not good. But the match with Shingo in Chicago was fantastic. Very, very, very good match. I was disappointed that he won, but it's okay. It was a very good match. Who was his second match? Who did he have?
The second one was, I've got the stuff up here. Where is?
Was it Okan? No. Jake Lee. Takeshita. Takeshita.
Yes, there it is. Takeshita.
The match with Takeshita again, because and Takeshita, his whole thing was he'd never wrestled Jake Lee before, but he knew him going back many years, and so wanted to wrestle like good-looking guy Jake Lee, for example, not this guy. And so at one point, Takeshita rubbed the paint off his face, which it was hilarious at the end of in the backstage comments. He's like, he washed the paint off my face. Wait, was I even wearing paint at all? Man, I wasn't wearing paint. Great fucking backstage comment. But no, then he looked really good. Of course, you're not going to have a bad match with Takeshita, but he looked really good. And so that was 2 in a row, straight off the bat. The match with who the fuck did he just wrestle? I watched it today.
It was Goto.
Yeah, with Goto was fine too. It was, the finish was kind of weird. They had something, but they didn't do it. But match with Goto was fine too. So I'm on the Jake Lee train, 100%. I'm on board. Yeah.
So here's my question: Is it his opponents that are making him look good, or has he figured it out?
Here's the thing: it's a mix of both for sure. But I am willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because it is 3 in a row. And because he definitely held up his own end of it. You know, it's not like he's just sitting there letting the guys run around him. Like, he's moving a little bit. And, like, I don't need him to move fast or anything else like that. I just need him to not do shit that looks stupid and not do shit that's really slow and boring. And so far, he's been in there. So, yeah, I'm giving him the credit of actually holding up his side of the bargain, not just being carried.
So I'm looking at who he's got left. I think the least talented guy he's got left is Yuto Ice. Yeah. And
because he's got
Yuto Ice has been pretty fucking good.
Man, Yuto's been really good.
Yuto's been surprisingly good to me. I didn't think he'd be this good in singles.
Yeah, and what was it? Was the match with Bolton was so fucking good.
Yeah.
And the fight with the tag team match he had with Takeshita the night before his actual match. Because the match with Takeshita was fine. It wasn't amazing, but it was still a good match. But that tag team match beforehand, he got so fucking hyped up, and then they fought through the crowd, and then they got counted out. But no, that's the Yuto's been great too. I'm excited for Yuto.
Yeah, I don't know that. Let's talk about Sonata real quick, because I think Sonata was probably the one that people were the least excited for, probably in this.
I was.
Yeah. Sonata just had a really good match.
So far, he had a great match with. Well, the thing is, him and Suji have. I think they've had 4 matches now. They've got really good chemistry. Like Suji came in in his first match back, and it was a fantastic match. They had, I think, 1 or 2 G1 matches, and then this one here. And I think that my favorite part is of all of the Sonata matches so far is the same as I always talk about, like with Ren. When there's no bullshit, it's still good. You know, and Sonata so far has, other than like a couple of dick kicks, he's been just wrestling, and I'm excited for it. I'm here for it.
I didn't think he still had it in him. I'm going to be honest.
And
that may be he may suck the rest of the way. That might have been all he's got left in the tank. But if it is, it's still been great so far.
Yep, thus far it has been. And the thing is, his style, though, because I've never been a big Sonata guy. Like, he's fine, but I was never all over him like the people who wanted him to win the belt, like to beat Okada and all that shit after his, 7 losses. I was never, one of those guys. I was excited when he won. I was happy when he won the belt. And I thought he did a good job. I got to see him in person as a champion. That was cool. But I've never been, a big Sonata guy. I liked Evil and Sonata as a team. I thought they were a great team. Sonata looked cool, always. But his style... his normal style, it really works perfectly for his body breaking down. Because other than the moonsault, he doesn't leave his feet, really. You know? And the moonsault is still fucking beautiful. But, if anybody's going to be able to wrestle really well...
He is actually becoming Keiji Muto.
He is. He's becoming Muta. He really is. Which is fine, because Muta was great up until the end. So, for the most part. But... So if his style is really tailored to somebody who can't move anyway, so, there's no reason why he can't, with his 1.5 arms that he has, there's no reason why he can't still, have people think he's great.
Yeah. Let's see, who's in, so we've got Takeshita, Goto, Oleg, Jake Lee, and Oiwa all at 4 right now.
Yes.
Oiwa's the other guy's looking really good. I am. Every time I see Oiwa, I'm more in on him.
Yep,
he's been great.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in especially, I'm not sure anybody in A Block has been bad at all.
I will say, as I always am, I'm so fucking disappointed with Great Okan. His match with who did he wrestle and beat by a count out? Was that the...
let's see. Sonata.
Was that Sonata? That was Sonata, right?
Yeah.
That was actually a decent match. But just something about Okan is just... When he's on, like the G1 2 years ago, he was fucking on. But when he's on, he's really good. But when he's not, it's just kind of why? I wish this guy was in a tag team. And I think I said 2 weeks ago, I think a great tag team would be Jake Lee and Okan. I think they'd be a fucking great team. But Okan, again, he's the only one out of this list of 10 guys. He's the only one we're all right, time for an Okan match. Here we go.
Yeah. I'd probably put him at the bottom, but it's a really high bottom.
Yeah,
I wasn't happy with that either.
But no, and you are right. It's not like he's shit in the bed or anything. He's just not super entertaining or interesting.
We have seen him shit the bed. We've seen him just not give a shit.
Yeah, a number of times.
That doesn't seem like what he's doing right now.
Yeah, it's just not amazing, but it's still comparatively, it's still just fine.
Yeah.
But Oleg, man, killing Yuto with those power bombs, and then being upset about it, but then the next match, going right after it again and almost killing Shingo with the power bombs. Have you seen Shingo versus Bolton yet?
That was actually going to be the next one I watched, but I ran out of time.
Oh, you have to watch it. It's fantastic. The finish is the whole match is great, but the finish is I won't spoil it for you, but just outstanding, absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, Oleg. He's obviously not ready yet for the big main events, but he's not far off.
No, he really isn't, and he's the guy too who I talked about when I first came onto the show. Very, very early on, he was still wearing the black trunks. He was in Young Lion mode, and I was all out on him. I was not in whatsoever. He even had a semi bad match against Zach back when he filled in, when he filled in for the what was it, the 15-minute title, the TV title,
TV title,
yeah, the TV title match at Korakuen. I was like, all right, this is the best match he's had, but it wasn't very good because there was something about him, the way he moved, and just nothing really worked for me. He hasn't really changed the way he moves. He's still like stiff and kind of weird, but like he figured out how to make it work for him. And I went from because who's the big giant guy who ended up passing away?
I was about to make that same comparison. Kitamura.
Kitamura.
Yes.
I was never in, and I've talked about that I think on the show too. Is I didn't see it. He looked cool, but he couldn't move. Not to speak ill of the dead, but I wasn't disappointed that he didn't continue. Like he had that 7-match series right before he disappeared. It was okay. He had 7 okay matches, but you'd expect that they'd be better for a guy who's getting ready to graduate. I never saw it. I never saw it with him.
See, I always thought he had that kind of potential, but he just never got there.
Yeah, and I don't think I'll be honest with you, I don't know if he ever would have.
That's one of those ones that I would always be curious about because I always thought he had that in him. I just don't think he ever was as into it as everyone else wanted him to be. Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, Bolton definitely was, and so he completely turned me around, and I love it.
Yeah, Oleg has definitely fulfilled all of those things that I wanted out of Kid Mara,
Yeah, for sure. Who else was in here? I think that wraps up the A block for it, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and B block. We didn't talk about this, but in the news, but Shota Umino injured on night 1 and out of the tournament.
Yep, unfortunately, completely screwed a lot of people's blocks. I think. My wife over here is extremely happy because I think did you have him with 2 points? How many points did you have him with? Shota overall.
I think 4.
I think she had him only winning 2 matches total. So for her, it works out really well.
Yeah, I haven't looked at any of the standings for the pick'ems lately, but I'm guessing she's in the top half.
She's 102. She's 102.
Okay.
I'm somewhere in the 200s, and as a show, we're like 70 and something. As a show, we're looking really strong.
Nice. I hadn't looked in the last couple of days.
Yeah, so we're looking strong.
That's nice. Let's see. So at 4, we have Yumura, Drilla, Callum, Narita, Gabe, Hinari. Basically everybody. Zach and Shota.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of them.
Which is interesting. Yeah. Zach being in the essentially last place now. Who's your standout for B block so far?
My standout for B block. Oh, see, B block hasn't been as good. Maloney, probably. I think Drilla.
I think Drilla's wins have been surprising too.
Yeah, no, I definitely. I did not. I think I actually had him for beating Gabe, but I didn't actually think it was going to happen.
I didn't either. Yeah,
that was a good one. And
I guess that'll give you your U.S. title match, or not U.S. title, global title match.
Global title match, exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Maloney beat him. I don't think it'll happen, but I wouldn't mind seeing him beat him for the belt.
Yeah, I think they want to save that for Shota, but I guess it depends on how long he's out.
Yeah, exactly. If he's around, and Oscar too. And speaking of Gabe, because Gabe and Oscar had a really great match.
That was a shockingly good match.
Yeah, it was really good, and it was Oscar no selling the first pile driver and getting up. Like I'm sitting there going, oh shit, and then immediately after he hit him again. But that was perfect. And yeah, so Oscar's been looking really good. He looked his whole little presentation, his new music and everything else. Just it works. I think somebody mentioned they reminded them of Castlevania, which I can see. I'm not a big Castlevania guy, but it sounds right.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Oscar's got potential. Like if you told me Oscar's main eventing like a KOPW for the belt at some point, I'm not surprised at that.
No, not at all. That's one thing I always get disappointed with Hikuleo having left, because Hikuleo was finally figuring it out too. Like that last G1, he was really, really good, and the team with Elp was really good too. But like seeing Oscar in there now, and kind of beginning to branch out as a singles dude, like doing singles a little bit now because it's the tournament. Like I would have loved to see the two of them, the two giant tall dudes, the two giant tall skinny dudes, going at it. I think that would have been really fun to see the two of them.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Hikuleo.
He's doing dick all
over there.
Is he doing anything over there?
I think he had a match a couple weeks ago. I don't know.
Jeff Cobb's gone, right? Is Jeff Cobb gone from there now?
Cobb and Tongaloa are both gone.
Tongaloa's gone too? I think Tama Tonga just won a belt, didn't he? Maybe he didn't.
Sure. I don't know.
I don't know. He's using Hidden Blade as a finish, though.
Is he really?
Yeah, that's his new finisher, the Hidden Blade.
Wow, that's a
straight
choice.
up, like not even fucking hiding it. It's just the move. It's that's where they went with. I saw a clip of it the other day, and like, yeah, that's his finish. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I guess they can't give him the what the fuck's his finisher called? Fucking gun stun.
Oh yeah, he can't use the RKO, right?
Yeah. At least not until Orton retires, which apparently be never.
They're the same age, so he'll go before Orton does.
If you told me they were in the same OVW class, I believe you.
Yeah, they essentially were.
I'm trying to think, did he do OVW? I know Tongaloa did. Did Tama Tonga?
No, he never. He was. I think everything
Okay.
he did was overseas. Yeah, I don't think he did anything here.
Okay.
He grew up here. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Let's see. Callum's looked really good.
Callum's, yeah, and that's my expectation for him at this point.
And also, Callum is good, no matter what other people on this show might say.
We're here. There's nobody else to tell us no.
Yes, exactly.
We can just say whatever the fuck we want to. And you and I are usually on the same page, so it works. I mean, and you, Amura. So I'm torn on the finisher. Like the crowd loves it, and they pop for it, and it's a fucking flying crossbody is a classic. You know, Ricky Steamboat, all that. It's a classic move, and so I'm completely cool with them using it as a finish. What do they call it? The Lion Shiner, I think, is what it's called.
Is that what it is? Yeah,
I think it is. But I will say is he's just doing the he's not doing the deadbolt anymore though. He hasn't done it in months. He'll do the double overhook suplex with the release, which just doesn't look as cool. Zach took it on his ass the other day. That looked terrible. But the deadbolt I was so into. And so I'm hoping he kind of does bring it back as a secondary finisher because I love that move.
Like the super finisher or something. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, one you just cannot get out of.
That'll be the one he wins at Wrestle Kingdom with.
Yeah, there you go. That would work for me. That would be.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of double underhooks, real quick, Ren started using the fucking. I had forgotten he's using cattle mutilation now.
Oh yeah.
Like that's how he beat Callum actually.
I'm fine with him adopting that. That's interesting, at least.
Something interesting for Ren, right?
Yeah.
Another one of those guys, man. He's got too much interference in his matches so far, though.
Yeah. I understand the need to have House of Torture around, but I wish it wasn't with guys that have way more potential than that.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said a couple of weeks ago, too, like with Sho needs to move on from there. He got the personality bit down, because I've said before, like Yo was the guy with the personality in that team. Yo had all of the personality. Sho had none. But this gave him so much personality. It did exactly what it needed to for him. And he can still be a douchebag heel because he does it great. But like, have him wrestle. He had a couple of good matches in the tournament. Like, and I know what Ren can do. Like, Ren was one of the best ones. Like, Ren was one of the fucking best guys in the dojo. And he was the guy, better than Shota.
Even when he was like first starting out, you just looked at him and you're like, oh, that guy can be a great dickhead heel.
Yep.
He just has the look.
But like Ren, I think, and he had the look. He could wrestle. He had a really good Super Junior back in, I want to say 2018, 17, I think 18. He was in the Super Junior. But because Ren is just one of those guys where he's better than Shota. As a young lion, he was a class ahead of you, I guess, or I guess in between. They kind of.
It was he was like
6 months maybe,
or something like that.
So a little bit ahead of him. But Ren was the best one. Like, he was so good, and now they bring him back and then almost immediately have him just become a nothing. It's disappointing. There's a reason I yell and scream his name all the time.
Yeah, like swap Ren and Great Okan.
I'm okay with that. That'd be great.
Okan in House of Torture, Narita in United Empire.
Oh, Great Okan.
Okan
and Jake Lee in House of Torture. Put them in there.
How much better does that sound?
Oh, I'd love that. No, I do a double swap too. Like I put Show with him, so send Show and Ren to the Empire, and take Jake Lee and O'Connor and put him in the House of Torture, and we're in. We're looking at something
for everybody. Yeah.
Yes. And find something to do with Doki, or at least let him be a little bit less of a nothing.
Yeah, just Doki when he's on is so good.
Yeah.
Let's see who else in B block. How do we feel about Aaron Wolf so far?
I'm impressed. I'm extremely impressed. He's been solid as hell.
Yeah. I wish he wasn't wearing that color. It doesn't. It doesn't look great.
Is he wearing the dirty diaper?
Yeah, it's not the best color for him. I probably would have gone with black, but
it is what it is.
Just anything that doesn't make it look like he's trying to do some Majin Buu cosplay.
Yeah,
which you hear about on Ultimo Dragon Ball every Saturday.
Oh, look at that!
Myself and Will.
I love it.
But
he's had what? Solid. He only had one singles match so far, right? Because he had Hanare.
And then Hanare. Yeah,
Shota got hurt.
And then I thought he's been. What is that?
That was my alarm for taking pills. It was Danielson's AEW theme song. Is my alarm.
Okay. It's been good in the undercard tags too.
Yeah, he has. He really has.
We talked about Oscar. Gabe is Gabe.
Gabe is fucking like, shredded, a little shredded fucking skinny guy now, and he looks great. And again, I have, because I've got I'm not one of the people who has any problems with AEW or any of the shit. I watch AEW almost every week, and the way that Gabe is able to just toy with everybody. Like everybody was like, Gabe is New Japan Ichiban, Shin Nihon Ichiban, and like he was all in on it. And Tanahashi's crying because like Gabe is the future, and then he turns it around the exact 180, and everybody feels the exact same way about him now that they did, except they hate him. Mm-hmm. Like Gabe gets it, man. Gabe really gets it.
The problem is it was such a switch with no reason initially.
Yeah,
and that's what I think everybody really hated about. That's what I hated about it. But I think he kind of figured it out now.
Yeah, he did.
So I'm not nearly as anti-Gabe as I was 3 months ago.
That's fair,
because he actually figured out what the character is.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people though, because I mean, I don't think you included, but a lot of people were like, "Oh, Gabe he said he was going to use and love New Japan. Now he's leaving New Japan. What a traitor asshole!" It's like he's not a traitor. Yeah. It's wrestling, bro. He's still best friends with Tanahashi. It's all right.
Yeah, I bought it a little bit,
I know,
we've all been bit on things we shouldn't have bit on.
That's fair. We thought it was going to be a big baby face, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I did.
He's young. He's not even 30 yet. It's okay.
Yeah, he's still he's not even in NXT age yet.
Nope, not quite. He's got about 10 years to then.
Yep. Let's see who else we got in B block. We talked Drilla. Drilla's been really good. Yuya. I mean, I think we are we still in agreement? This is Yuya's tournament.
Oh yeah, Camp Yuya, 100%.
Yeah,
absolutely. This is his year. It fucking better be his year. Can't be a choker.
Yeah,
like you're gonna run into fucking Shota problems if we don't give something to Yumura soon.
Which it seemed like they were fixing the Shota problems until Shota.
Yeah.
Had a
what
problem.
A damn shame. What a fucking mess. They were turning
every
around.
Every time it looks like Shota might be turning the corner, something just gets in his way.
Yeah.
I hate to make this comparison. Will Shota Umino be the Dolph Ziggler of this company?
Oh, dude, that's a great... Holy shit, that's a really good comparison. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. Like a guy who kind of floundered and couldn't really figure out the gimmick until he did, and then he was just snake bit every time they wanted to do something with him.
Yep, got either get hurt or got aged out at that point, and and I mean, never really super disappointing in the ring.
Out anytime soon, but
but eventually, Dolph Ziggler was 26 when he joined the main roster, I think. So,
I mean, I hate to think that not that that's a bad career. It's a good career, but for what they initially wanted him to be, it's
It's funny because I was actually thinking about that earlier. I was watching, I think it was actually the Bolton Oleg versus Shingo match. I'm sitting there going, I wonder if if maybe Shota's never going to be the world champ. I think he might never win the heavyweight belt, and I'd be okay with that. Like, it can happen, and the thing is, it's just something about his trajectory that just feels like maybe that's just not going to be something he ever does.
Okay, if Shota ends up having a career where he's Goto, where he wins it once way late, that's not a bad career for him.
Not at all. Nobody would say Goto's had a bad career. Mm-mm. That's funny, though, is with Goto, is because I mentioned earlier I'd started watching right around Wrestle Kingdom 11. That was at the time when everybody was like, if Goto doesn't do something here, because he had lost a bunch of title matches by that point already. And so my first introduction to Goto was that he was the choker. He was the choke artist. Mm-hmm. And it took me some time to get out from underneath that because I think he won the hair match. He did. He won the hair match at Wrestle Kingdom 11. But everybody was like, oh, this guy's a fucking choker. This guy has never won the title. He's got 2 G1s under his belt, but hasn't actually won anything. And so it took a solid probably 2 years for me to like get on the, why the fuck are people saying this about this guy train? And so that was my Goto thing. I was so happy when he won the belt last year.
Yeah. I think that was probably the best moment of last year, honestly.
Yeah, it really was. The whole run was fantastic.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else to B block that we missed you want to hit?
I don't think so. I think we're good. I think my excitement showed through a little bit.
Yeah, I think we're pretty excited about this G1 so far.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's been pretty
Absolutely.
good. There's certainly a lot of matches still to go that I'm very interested in. So, we're still we're only 3 nights in.
3 nights in.
Yeah,
4 nights.
12?
Yeah, 4 nights in total. Yeah, so 4 nights.
Yeah.
And we've got another 12 to go, 13 to go. So yeah.
So we got plenty of tournament left, which we'll talk about next week as well. But for now, that is all G1 for this week. We're going to take one more break, and we come back. We're going to talk some Noah and a few other matches that happened this past weekend. So we'll see you on the other side. We're back. Last thing we wanted to talk about, there were a few interesting matches that were non-tournament shows this last week and change. The first one I wanted to talk about is TJPW's Summer Sun Princess show had a couple of interesting matches. Probably my favorite Aja Kong match in a long time. She had a match with Arisu Endo, which I would recommend everybody watch. It was... I've never been like a huge Aja Kong guy. But every once in a while she'll have a match where I'm like, oh, I get it. I get the aura of Aja Kong.
I hadn't seen... No, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, this one was another one of those matches where you understand the story very quickly.
Oh, nice.
Like, it's Arisu Endo is just the underdog the entire time.
That works. And just running into Kong a bunch...
A little bit of that, yeah, and then she'll get a few really big spots that you're like, oh shit, this could happen here. Kong beats her in the end, but it's one you would enjoy. It's a sub 10, I think.
All right, I'll check it out.
It's a quick watch. Yeah. We also had Chris Brooks defeat Mizuki, which Chris Brooks was a fill-in. This was supposed to be Willow.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Willow. Okay, I'm like, Chris Brooks replaced somebody. It's supposed to be Willow. Okay.
But he did a very good job replacing her. This was actually really fun. I saw a couple people online that were like, have obviously not watched a lot of Japanese wrestling and aren't exposed to intergender stuff very much.
What are they saying?
Who were very negative about this, but they actually did a really good job with this. Mizuki, if you don't know, she's the one with the hammer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The hammer and the viral moment was when she hit Andre's the giant panda with the hammer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that one. Okay.
Chris Brooks basically is just throwing her around the entire time.
It's
actually fair.
And Chris Brooks is number one. I don't think he can do anything wrong. There's nothing that Chris Brooks can ever do wrong as far as I'm concerned. But he has a lot of he's like Andy Kaufman, I'll say. He's got a lot of great women's matches, like intergender matches. Like he's really good at that.
Yes, he is.
And so yeah, like I when I saw that he was going to be replacing, I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to see if I can check that one out. So I'm like, you put Chris Brooks anywhere.
Yeah, it's a good match. I would check that one out too. I had a lot of fun with that. The main event was for the Princess of Princesses Championship. Yuki Arai defeated Miyu Yamashita. This
I do
was
love me
kind
some
of
Miyu.
Yeah, she's very good. This is kind of Yuki's statement match, I would say. It kind of just confirms her as the champion because she gets kicked around pretty good by Yamashita for a lot of the match, but it's like TJPW is one of those places where I feel like their undercard is better than their main events a lot of the times.
Oh, so it's WCW.
A little bit. not nearly that uninteresting in the main events.
Oh, okay.
But this was a really good match. Like those three on this show are probably the ones I would check out: the Aja Kong, Arisu, Brooks, and Mizuki, and then the main event.
This is on Wrestle Universe.
On Wrestle Universe, yes.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I think everything I'm going to talk about here is Wrestle Universe.
Yep,
Yes, it is.
I'm looking down the list. Yeah, it is.
But yeah, this was really good. I'd probably put all three of these somewhere around my top 10 of the last week. Like it was a solid show. But yeah, Yuki Arai she's had some detractors of like she's not as good as some of the other wrestlers on the roster, but I think she kind of showed out here, and I think they made the right choice putting the belt on her for right now.
And if you don't get a chance to show you're one of the best, what are you gonna fucking do? So yeah, give her a fucking shot, man.
Yeah, you give her main event against Miyu Yamashita. That it did it for her, I think. The other show I wanted to touch on real fast, the Pro Wrestling Noah's Summer Epic show. They had a few matches that were worth talking about. The Junior Heavyweight Tag Title match, Dragon Bane and Alejandro defeated Dragon Gate's Jackie Kamei and Rita. Jackie Kamei, I would love to see in a Best of Super Juniors.
Yeah.
He is really in Dragon Bane too, but Jackie Kamei is the first time I've seen him work. So like I said, I haven't seen a lot of Dragon Gate lately. He's very good. It's very small, but like I kind of probably about the same size as what were the Dragon Gate guys that came over with AEW in the beginning? They're that trio. Then they formed Gleet and stuff.
Oh, what Shima and those guys?
Yeah, Shima. Those. What's the tiny guy?
Well, Lindemann was there.
T-Hawk.
T-Hawk.
Lindemann.
It was
Lindemann.
Yeah, T-Hawk and
Lindemann. Yeah, Jackie Kamei reminds me a lot of El Lindemann. I thought, and this was a fun, fun junior tag match, but I really liked him a lot, and I would love to see him do some other stuff otherwhere.
And Rita with three eyes. I'm assuming that's Sori's brother.
Oh, you broke up for just a second.
That's it. That's all I got. No, I was just saying. I think Rita is Sori's brother.
Oh, I can see it
because of the three eyes. Just all.
Yes.
Oh my God! Is Rita like a big Kurt Angle? Is Rita a Kurt Angle cosplayer?
Damn it! I was about to make.
I know you were. I had to get there first.
Son of a bitch.
I can feel it.
One of the other matches on this card that was for the number one contendership for the GHC heavyweight title. Tetsuya Naito beat Kaito Kiyomiya.
I saw that.
Did you watch the match?
I didn't see the match, but I saw somebody talking about this online because I saw they were having this match. And I just very briefly saw the result and I'm like, what are they even doing with this guy? What's happening? Talk to me.
I don't love the result either. But it was the best singles match Naito's had since he came to Noah.
Well, that's because Kaito was great and just nobody loves him anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I've said it multiple times. I think we've all said it. Kaito needs to go somewhere else for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll say something controversial.
He needs...
NXT.
Oh, that's hurtful.
Why not? Fuck it. Let's see what happens. He'll come back with a cowboy hat. It'd be great.
Don't do that. No.
Worse things could happen than
what
sending
if
him there, man.
everybody they send over comes back with a cowboy hat?
That would be the gimmick.
Come back with cowboy gimmicks.
Yes, it'd be
Ultimate
great.
Sasaki's over there right now, If Ulka comes back with a cowboy hat too, I'm going to be mad.
That would be so great. That'd be super great. But no, I mean, at this point, they have not treated Kaito with respect in about 5 years now, and he's only been big for about six.
Basically, ever since Muda took over for that little bit, he basically got talked.
Yeah, he's just been a bitch. He was like the guy. Like when I first heard about him, like it was the very tail end of when he was, anybody cared about him, like because he was like it was him over here, and then in All Japan,
yeah, it
was Miyahara, and then Okada, and like they were the quote unquote Okadas of their show. Miyahara, who still gets love, and he gets to be awesome. But Kiyomiya, there were maybe 6 months that I got to see, like, because I kind of tried to check it out when I could. There were like 6 months worth of time where I was like, yeah, okay, this guy's pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, he's just being a complete loser. Yeah, he had the belt a couple times during that, but he was a complete loser.
Yeah, Okada beating the dog shit out of him did not help.
No, it did not. It did not. And it was that whole fucking thing.
That clip will come up every once in a while, and you can see the exact moment where Okada was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, I'm done here. I'm not doing this.
And he's like, you know what? I'm out of here anyway. I'm going to go beat the shit out of him.
Yep. And then I'm not going to sell for him.
Nope. And then Okada said, you know what? I'm going to do that for all the young guys.
Yep. God, what a fucking shame that was.
Which it turns out, not maybe all Okada's fault.
Ooh, talk to me.
Because, the word is that him and Kidani did not get along at all. Mm-hmm. And Okada was just done with the management. So he just kind of wasn't interested in putting anybody over because he was just doing it to just give a fuck you to them. Mm-hmm. And like apparently now that they've been sold, there's scuttlebutt. No, nothing definitive or anything that he might be more willing to play ball in the future.
Oh my God! So you're saying is Okada's coming in and Ren's going to beat him clean? Fuck yes,
it would
Okada.
It would be nice if Okada did come in and was like, "Choose your guy. I'll put him over."
It's got to be Ren. It's got to be Ren. This is it.
I wouldn't be against it.
This is Ren's year. It's going to be Wrestle Kingdom 21. Ren and Okada.
It needs to be not House of Torture Ren, though.
I don't care what it is. I just want it to be Ren. Just because everybody else will hate it so much.
Yeah. But yeah, Kiyomiya, honestly, NXT probably wouldn't be the worst place just because it would get him away and get him doing anything else.
Exactly. Because he's dirty in Japan right now. Like, it's just, I don't know what he would do in All Japan, for example, but like just in New Japan, he's just, he was such a big loser in the G1 too a couple years ago. And just, oh my God. So yeah, I think NXT, unironically, might actually be the best place for him to show up.
Give him the Sonata treatment in TNA.
Oh yeah, well yeah, they all work together anyway, right? That would be great. That would work. They got to replace Santana.
Yeah, like honestly, that would probably be a really good place for him because TNA at least has shown that they know how to use one of the guys that they brought over that was a great talent. They made the other one a racist caricature, but they worked decently with Sonata.
That was a weird time in TNA's history, though.
It was
that whole fucking. They were working with it's a 0-1, right? With Sonata came over from 0-1. With Muda.
I think so.
I think because they did that one Bound for Glory at Korakuen Hall with about 600 people with 0-1 that year. God, what a fucking that was a weird dark time, but the great Sonata was pretty awesome though.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that we've wanted to do for a Patreon, but we can't find the damn thing.
I'd be honest with you, it wasn't a good show. I've seen most of it. It wasn't very good. We
also don't do good shows.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's like not.
We watch bad shows on there.
We do, but it's not that bad. It's just boring.
Yeah,
it was fucking boring. It was like that was when Team 3D was a big deal there.
I was about to add, isn't that when Team 3D was IWGP Tag Champs? Or
yeah, something? they were the big deal at that point, and they were doing their thing. So yeah, and it just the whole thing that was a very dark period in TNA. We'll call it.
Yeah. So yeah, Naito #1 contender. Junior heavyweight title. Eita beat Bushi in, I think, maybe the most disappointing match of the night. I expected a lot more out of Bushi, and he wrestled most of the match in a shirt.
He usually wrestles in a shirt, but he takes it off. He goes for it.
Yeah, usually he'll tear it off and it'll pick up, and it kind of just never got out of second gear. which is
I will always think about Bushi's match with Ospreay from a handful of years ago when the junior title was held up because Hiromu was 2018 because Hiromu got hurt. Bushi and Ospreay had a great match. I was actually surprised. I had no idea that Bushi had been one of the last 4 champions at that time back in 2018. I had no clue. I did not know that Bushi had even been a singles guy at that point. I think about that match all the time.
Was that still Sombrero era Desperado?
Yeah.
Was that the Sombrero then? Yeah.
Yep, that was.
That was interesting. I wish he'd bring it back for one night.
Well, he got to go to NXT. He'll come back with it.
Oh God.
That's how it works. We talked about this.
We had another good sub 10-minute match. GHC tag team titles. Manabu Soya and Yuji Ino beat Takeshi Sugiura and Masa Kitamiya. Just big dudes.
Let's see, that sounds like beef.
Slapping against each other.
Lots of beef.
Yeah. Like if you would just sub 10-minute match of just 4 dudes just running into each other, that's the one.
That's the match for you.
It was very fun.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I got on that one. GHC national title, Marufuji defeats Keno.
Ooh, how was that match?
I went in expecting very little.
Okay.
And I came out thinking that was probably the best match either of them have had in a while.
All right. Okay.
It's actually, I would say it's worth watching. Like, I was genuinely surprised that they both could work the match they did. There are 1 or 2 actual high spots in this match.
Marufuji's such an old man.
That's not a thing you should do anymore, but they pulled it off.
So yeah, Marufuji's such an old man now.
Yeah. He actually had, Marufuji has one spot with Keno where I was like, I've never seen a transition like that before.
Oh, all right.
I was like, oh, he can still do something new every so often.
Yeah, because I remember being so excited during Noah's Red period when Marufuji pretty much took over. Because I had seen Marufuji live probably 5 or 6 times, maybe even more than that, when he was in Ring of Honor. I was as far as people who watch Noah, I was like ground floor for Americans watching Noah. Like 2003, I probably watched them, and then they came over in 2005 with Ring of Honor, and so yeah, Marufuji, I just love that guy.
Yeah, it had a good build up too, because the build up for the match was Keno just shit talking Marufuji about why aren't you helping the new generation? Where have you been, and why aren't you doing
anything
better for the company? Yeah, so it was a very, very good match. I would recommend it on that one.
Nice. And Marufuji's mad they went back to green. Marufuji hates the green.
Right. Main event GHC heavyweight title. Shane Haste defeats Ozawa.
Ooh.
Probably the least interesting match of Shane Haste's title reign.
The Ozawa match.
Yeah, it surprised me too. I just don't think they meshed great. Like, it's not a bad match, but it's not as good as I wanted it to be.
So is Ozawa babyface heel? What's his thing? What's his thing now? I haven't been paying attention to him. All right.
So it depends on the crowd he's in front of.
All right.
It was pretty split, honestly. Because a bunch of that crowd just likes Ozawa because he's such a good character. But this was the first match that Shane defended against a non White Raven Squad member.
Oh, that's Kenta's group.
What?
No, that's Kenta's group. White Raven Squad.
Yes. I think it just didn't mesh as well as I wanted to. Like I said, not a bad match, but probably the least interesting one of Shane Haste's title reign so far. But afterwards, Naito comes out, and we get that made for, I think it's their next big show, we Haste and Naito. I'm very afraid they're going to put the belt on Naito.
Oh, man. So I feel like with Haste just winning the belt in general, they're subverting expectations. So maybe they won't. I'm more interested in seeing what Naito tries to do, because Shane Haste is out of his mind. I'm wondering what Naito's going to try to do in that match.
I would worry Naito's like, hey, let's do all the Ibushi spots.
I was going to say, because look, that was the exact thing I was thinking of. Because look, Shane Haste isn't Ibushi, right?
No.
But if he wants to be, first of all, they actually have similar body types, but if he wants to be, he can be just as fucking crazy as Ibushi.
Yeah.
We've seen this And so, yeah, my first thought process when you said Naito, came out just now and they're going to fight soon is, holy shit, they're going to fucking do a German off the middle rope from the outside back in. They're going to do some stupid shit, and I'm worried about it.
Yeah, I remember the two big Naito Ibushi matches. After the second one, I was like, I don't ever need to see these two in a match with each other again because they're going to kill each other.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the few matches that I honestly was happy to never ever have to see again, because it's like I don't get squeamish about that kind of stuff at all.
Oh,
they figured out a way.
The German on the apron.
Oh my god, they figured out a way to make me not want to see it anymore. And I don't ever that's the one, because everybody's like, oh, I want to see more of them. It's like, no, please no. I'm good.
They are bad for each other.
Yeah, they really are. They're not they're toxic. They have a toxic relationship.
Yeah. Yes. Now they both love it, but I don't want to see it.
No, can't be happening.
Yeah, but the problem with Hayes and Naito is Naito can't do those things anymore.
He doesn't know that.
No, he doesn't think it, but he can't.
Maybe he'll figure it out.
Well, like I said, the Kiyomiya match was good. Like, not great, but good, but it was because he's in there with Kiyomiya and it's very good. So I'm interested in what can Hayes get out of Naito, and I would really like for him to not win the belt, but I feel like they're not going to be able to help themselves.
When's that match coming up? Is it scheduled yet?
It was scheduled. I didn't put it on here. Let me see real quick. Hasten Naito. GHC. That will be... I want to say it's August. Let's see here.
Well, see, they had it. I was looking it up too. I feel like I remembered them having a match in the G1, and they did have a match in the G1 a few years ago. So
okay.
It was pretty good to my recollection.
Let's see, at Legacy Rise, August 9th.
Okay, all right. Oh, it's a Korakuen show? All right. Yep. I always like a good Korakuen show.
Yeah, so that'll be... That's the only thing that makes you think maybe they won't do it, is because Naito likes to win things in his hometown, too. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. At the same time, though, Naito also likes to kill himself in front of a rowdy crowd, and Korakuen's... That's kind of what Korakuen can be.
Yeah, I bet they sell that show out.
Oh yeah, that would not surprise. With Naito getting a title match, that's 1,700 people in the building.
Yeah, and I think that's about it. There was a lot of, like I said, there was a lot of good wrestling these last couple of weeks. A lot of wrestling. There were a lot of wrestling.
There's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, like it was hard to keep up, honestly. I think the next couple weeks are mainly just 5-star and G1. I think there's one or two other shows, but I think mostly that's what's on the schedule. But I think that's it for this week. This was fun. I don't think we've ever done a 2-man show.
I think we did good. Nice. It helped that I came in super excited about everything to talk about this week.
Yeah. So that didn't get all of it Japan for this week. For B-Rob and Will, who hopefully will be here next week, for Nick and for myself. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
And if it's your birthday, happy birthday to my puppy dog. Hello, I'm a doggy. Nick can't see me, but I'm doing it anyway. Aw, her birthday's in December.
You've been listening to a Fatal 4 podcast. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts, and visit fatal4pod.com for more episodes, merchandise, and info on the Patreon.